Welcome back to another episode of the Minds with Hakeem Podcast. I am joined by myself today. This is episode 56 of the podcast. I'm super excited to be back on set. A lot of new changes, a lot of updates. Stay tuned until the end of this episode, and I'm going to share all the updates with life and what's been going on in the Hakeem's household. So good to be back. Good to see everyone. And yeah, let's get right into it. I kind of wanted to touch base with everybody about just like the mindset and the influence of this podcast and kind of what we're going to, because I think it's really important to kind of reset and then let's move forward from here. So basically, the Minds with Hakeem podcast is 100% about growth and just having that growth mindset. And that can be in all aspects of life. We don't care if you're trying to have 7 kids and be the greatest parent of all time. And are you trying to be the greatest husband or wife of all time, or the businessman or the sales rep or the doctor, the lawyer? Does not matter. If you have a growth mindset, we want to talk to you. And a lot of these things, when you look at growth mindset, you can't win in a lot of these things. So it's like you can't win in marriage. Like, yeah, you can win in your own couple, but it's like you don't get a championship for marriage. Like, you don't get a championship for having the most friends. Like, that isn't things that you can track. But to be able to have the mindset, I want to always grow in my marriage. I want to always grow in my parenting skills. I want to always grow in my relationships with my friends currently, and gaining new friends is a very, very important mindset to have. I feel like I always got to say this when I talk about growth mindset, because I think people think it loses contentment. And that's definitely not the case, because y'all know I'm a spiritual man and God calls us to be content in every situation we in. Whether it's pain, whether it's bliss, enjoy, whatever, you need to be content. So currently in our mind, in our life, we're very content with where we're at right now. Most of you know we just had the birth of our son Titus. Like, this is the happiest I ever been, but I'm still looking to go for something. I'm still looking to put myself, my family, my friends, my relationship with God in a higher place. I'm never just cool with being stuck somewhere. I'm content in the situation, but I'm not cool with it. So, refocusing this podcast, one of the biggest things I want to be transparent about, I learned this from Ray Dalio. If y'all haven't read his book, it talks about radical open-mindedness and radical transparency. I actually broke down that book on the podcast. You should go definitely check that episode out. It's just having that growth mindset. You got to understand sometimes things are going to get worse before it get better. And I say that because I might be just forewarning y'all for some grace or something like that. But so I'm in this new position where I'm learning new skills. Like, my old producer, Saul, who gave so much and served so much for the podcast, life just got busy. So he's not able to produce anymore. He's not able to be around anymore because he has other things he's going for. Now, that puts me in a spot where I have to learn a new skill. So I am learning video work, video editing, video shooting, and I'm fortunate enough to have friends in that space who can teach me. But learning a new skill can be scary. Some of us don't want to learn new things. Some of us don't. Some of us think we're too old to learn new things because we're not young and have all that time and energy anymore. So it's always a good time to learn new things, especially if you're carrying that growth mindset. But I say all that to say things will get worse before it get better. Can I produce like the Sauls, the Borgs, the Drew, the Marquis of the world? Absolutely not. But I have all of those 4 guys that I just named to kind of teach and give me their skills and their tricks to get better, to iron sharpens iron. So just being a sponge takes growth mindset takes being a sponge. It's like not coming into every room or every arena thinking you know every answer. But speaking of learning new skills, I am learning a ton of new skills right now. First and foremost, I am learning how to be a parent. Do anybody have a guide on that, a book on that, anything? I love to read it. But there's no perfect way to do that. I was just saying you can't win at parenting. Yeah, you can have some exceptional kids who go on and do exceptional things, but that doesn't mean you win at parenting, because everybody in life struggle. So that's the most important skill that I'm learning right now, is how to be a parent And me and Sam is definitely crushing it in the early days. I'm really excited how we got started off, but definitely a lot of improvement to be made. Another new skill I am about to start learning here in the very near future. I am super excited about it. And also for everybody who listen to this podcast and have a growth mindset, you're going to hear a lot about this. I am learning Brazilian Jiu Jitsu starting next month. I'm super excited. I'm super old. It's going to take a toll on my body, but I'm not afraid to go in there and get choked out. I'm going to tap out before I get choked out 100%. Get my leg pulled on a little bit. I got to have these legs to carry that baby around in my arms, so I'll tap soon. But I'm excited to learn this new skill. I think it's really, really important for every child to know a combat sport, not to go compete in it. Don't misjudge that for everybody need to do boxing or martial arts or whatever. I think it's really important for kids to learn a combat sport because not only do they know how to protect themselves and protect others, bullying is on the rise. Most of it is online, but bullying is still on the rise. But they'll respect that craft. I don't know any kid who knows boxing, Muay Thai, Jiu Jitsu, that go around and bullying people. Like if they do, that's a dangerous person. But when you teach kids those skills and stuff like that, like I said, the protecting themselves and others, that comes with it, but they never abuse those powers that they know. So I am going in it with the mindset to be an instructor. I want to teach my son, my nephew, my niece, and all my friends' kids who want to learn a combat sport. I want to put some mats out in the garage. My wife is mad. She got to give up that parking spot. We're running out of space in the garage, and we're going to roll around in the garage. But it'll take me a long time to learn. I know nothing. I never wrestled in my life. I actually never done any boxing or anything like that. And I've, of course, never did jiu-jitsu. So this is going to be a huge learning curve for me. I'm so excited to dive into that. And another new skill I'm learning, I kind of hit on it earlier, is video and editing video. But I obviously, like I said, just for people to name a few, I have awesome help and aid there. And I'm super, that's not my skill. I'll be honest with you. Like, put me, if anybody know me and met me, put me with people. I'm a people's person. I don't like to be in the background editing, doing task work. Actually, being honest, one of the worst things about my day job is tracking receipts and getting reports done. That's just not my skill. So, like, that takes me to sit down in one spot, do this, do that. But y'all know this terminology I say is doing simple better. It's figuring out a way to keep going forward and learning that. So that's going to be really, really challenging. It was 4 that I was learning. Video, parenting, jiu-jitsu, and what was the other one? I just posted something about it. Oh, of course. I already hit on this one a little bit. Public speaker. I almost forgot. Y'all know I'm taking in a lot of knowledge, reading a lot of books, listening to a lot of people. I want to public speak in the realm of leadership and mindset. Not only growth mindset, but just like the way we communicate to ourselves and stuff like that. The neuroscience behind like what we verbalize to ourselves and what we perceive that others think about us, I know stops us in our tracks in our life more than anything ever. So going out and spreading those messages and things that I'm learning and things that I've been through real time, it's extremely important to me. I'm still on that track of by 2025, I want to be retired and working for myself. Retired from a day job and working for myself now. Working for yourself is cool or popular or in right now. Actually, it should be called something different from working for yourself because you don't work for yourself. You have customers and people to serve. So it's a lot different than what you would think. But those are the 4 skills I'm learning. Public speaking has been uncomfortable. It's been fun, but I'm striving for something. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of touch bases with everybody. Good to be back podding. I'll share some updates and then we'll get out of here. First and foremost, I kind of hit on it already. Titus is here. A lot of people have been waiting for this baby, people who follow this podcast. The little guy's here. He's been nothing short of amazing. And it's brought so much joy to me and Sam, 100%. What else is new? I'm back at my real job, so it's hard. It was really hard to leave my family, but got to get back to it. What other updates? Oh, really cool update. My sister my nephew and my niece has moved to Des Moines. I'm super excited to have them near me, my mom, and my brother. That's been nothing but a blessing from God that they're here. So super pumped about that. Getting a lot of quality family time, which I appreciate. Me and Sam, should I say, appreciate much, much. And we can have some help with Titus too. It's a lot of little babies going around here. Another update is there is a website currently loading. We've been putting in a lot of hours on this website to get it done, but this website will be a little different from the last podcast website because this is also where the public speaking business will exist as well. So we'll be doing a lot of, it'll be a lot of, the handle will be JawanHakeem.com, but the podcast will exist on there. I'm also creating a new concept called The Illusion of Choice. I already gave a couple of speeches about it, but I'm actually making out a concept right now that's a catch-all. Like, if you want to get better at anything in your life, the choices that you're not taking to get there is an absolute illusion. And sure, most of y'all have already heard about that, but that type of content would exist on there. Obviously, our shop would exist on there. We got plenty of more items coming. So you guys who are out there repping the podcast already, that is greatly appreciated. That message that y'all share with people, we love that. So more of that. Thank y'all so much. And obviously, how to book us for public speaking events and things of that sort would exist on there. I think that's all for my updates, Drew, unless I forgot one. No, I'm good. All right, well, thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the Minds with Hakeem podcast. I am your host, Jawan Hakeem, and I look forward to seeing y'all in the future. Peace. Thank you guys so much for making it through a full episode of the Minds with Hakeem podcast. It is greatly appreciated. Real quick before you guys go, if you haven't already, please subscribe to this podcast wherever you're listening at, Google, Apple, YouTube, Spotify. Doesn't matter. We appreciate you guys for coming back. And if you found this information helpful, please share this with a couple of friends. We love growing the community, and we cannot do this without you guys. Thank y'all so much. Look forward to seeing you next time.